Hey, good morning. Whew, looking rough today. Oh, look at that. God, I look like I haven't been outside in a week. Oh no, I haven't been outside in a week because I've been stuck inside trying to do teaching and e-learning and all that other good stuff. Just a quick Saturday morning hello and just thought. So it's funny because a video popped up from like 3 years ago when there was a hurricane that was going to be coming through, and way shorter hair, no facial hair. Just it was interesting to see. But more so, heard from one of my former students this morning, a girl by the name Mackenzie, who is like one of my all-time, just like, if there's a person you're never going to forget, it's this kid, for 10,000 reasons. But she was one of my preschoolers back when I was a preschool teacher. So the last time I saw this kid was 17 years ago, at least in person. We keep in touch online. And now she's in her early 20s. So here I am, an old man at 45, and I have these students who are now in their 20s. And some, my first, want to pop, my first preschoolers from New Hampshire, going back 23 years ago, those kids are now almost in their 30s. So I'm like, how in the hell did that happen? Like, where did all this time slip away to? But one of the things I took away from my brief conversation with Mackenzie this morning is I'm so thankful that those are the memories that I get to look back on. Yeah, we can't stop time from moving us all forward. That's part of it's part of the deal that we get when we come here. Time doesn't stand still for anybody. But to know that no matter what you go through in life, the memories that we get to look back on, that's kind of like our photo album, the things that we'll never be able to actually print up because they're things that we experience and relive in our soul on a daily basis. And, it's really cool to see the fruit of your labor in your early part of your career come to, as I already said, fruition now. Because these kids who are now young adults and they're starting their own lives, and, some are married. Heck, one of them just married Phil Mickelson's brother. It's incredible to see where they're all going to, and to know that I have a small piece in their story. It goes along also with, yesterday I heard from this child Mason, his mom, and he's now in the Army, like I was saying to you in the video yesterday morning. And to know where this kid started in life and where he came from, where he is now, and the fact that he still says to his mom, Mr. Dagnan made a huge impression on my life. Like, that's, you don't ask for those things when you go into the job that you do, but I can't thank God enough for just knowing that it has a purpose, it has a meaning. That we leave impressions on people. But that's good and bad impressions too, because you never know, the person you rub the wrong way, they might still be holding a grudge against you. And we sometimes do it intentionally because we're mad, and unintentionally because we're ignorant. But anyways, my thoughts for this morning going into the weekend is just remembering the past so that we can understand our present. Said that before, but also just hugging that past, like just being like, yeah, that's cool. That is so cool to know that these kids are out there living their greatest life right now. Some of them are adventuring, like one of them is out in Hawaii just living his best life. Others are following in their parents' footsteps and they're taking over the family business. Some are totally lost and they're just still trying to figure their way out. And you pray for them every day that they're going to see that great person that you saw in them when they were 5 years old or 3 years old. And that's why also I really feel like we totally undermine and underestimate the true value of not just teachers, because we hear that all the time, and I am fully aware of this because I've been teaching that for a really long time. But for the people who work in the early childhood and the daycare centers and stuff like that, not only do they need your support, they need so much, because they are integral to the development of all people. Anna East still wholeheartedly remembers her time at Doreen's place when she was, a small child, like 1, 2 years old, 3 years old. And when she was at the Little Red Schoolhouse for a brief period of time, when she was at Aim High Academy with everybody, those times build who we are. I remember going to Green Meadow Baptist Church when I was 3 years old. That was 42 years ago, and I remember that to this day. I remember the good times, I remember the bad times. I remember feeling inadequate because I couldn't bob for apples appropriately, and I remember accidentally spraying this kid Billy in the face with perfume, and I still feel bad about that to this day. You don't forget those things. They stick with you. Your brain might forget them after a while, but they are part of who you are. So I am so honored that I get to be a part of so many people's stories, and just hope that I didn't totally screw them up along the way. And when they reach out and they say, hey, you know what? Thanks. Or they reach out and they say, wow, your kid's gorgeous. It's like, that means so much, because my life is richer. No matter what, my life is richer for that. And hopefully theirs is too. So, anyhow, enough. I'm starting to babble at this point in time, and it's a gorgeous day out, but it's hot, and I'm going to go do some yard work and be outside and just be thankful. Y'all have a really great day. I hope you're doing well out there. And remember, love your inner child. Spend time with kids, and be the person they need you to be. All right? Later.